The vertical horizon beckons in Wall World 2, a rhythmic fusion of mining and defensive combat. A pilot scales an endless stone wall aboard a massive robotic spider, drilling deep while repelling swarms of airborne threats. The flow alternates between quiet resource extraction and intense defensive pressure, keeping tension consistently engaging. Permanent upgrades, suit enhancements, and hidden relics reward persistence across attempts. Atmospheric pixel art and a driving soundtrack heighten isolation, while demanding boss encounters test reflexes and tactical precision. Playful imagination powers all hands on deck, a vibrant cooperative platformer built on teamwork and smart transformations. Two players guide lefty and righty through whimsical worlds, switching forms like rock, paper, and scissors to solve puzzles, use tools, and rescue missing plushies. Movement feels light and tactile, rewarding coordination, timing, and curiosity. Secrets, cosmetics, and optional challenges add replay appeal, while inventive set pieces keep each world charming and fresh. Boss encounters reward steady teamwork and clever tool use. Volgarr the Viking II brings back the brutal challenge fans crave, with brutal combat and pinpoint precision. Its retro visuals strike hard with bold design, and the soundtrack hammers home the old-school intensity. Each level demands focus and skill, rewarding mastery with a real sense of triumph. The controls are sharp, the pacing relentless, and the boss battles hit with satisfying weight. For those seeking raw, satisfying action in a side-scroller, this sequel stands tall, proud, and gloriously unrelenting. DREDGE casts players into eerie waters where fishing becomes a tense, shadowy task. The calm daylight is deceiving, giving way to creeping horrors once night falls. With clever resource management and a creeping sense of dread, each trip into the fog builds suspense. The art direction is moody, the sound design adds weight, and the progression feels rewarding. There's something strangely satisfying about upgrading a boat while uncovering strange mysteries at sea. For anyone craving slow burn suspense with a dark twist, this is worth the voyage. Blasphemous is a dark, atmospheric action platformer with brutal combat and a deep, unsettling world. The pixel art is rich with detail, every frame oozing with eerie religious iconography. Combat is punishing but fair, rewarding patience and precision. The soundtrack perfectly complements the oppressive tone, enhancing each twisted corner of CV Stodia. Exploration is rewarding, packed with hidden secrets and lore that begs to be uncovered. A must-play for those who appreciate challenging gameplay wrapped in striking art and unforgettable world building. Levelhead is a creative platformer that rewards both skill and imagination. The controls feel tight and responsive, making precision jumps satisfying while still offering enough flexibility for experimentation. The campaign is fun on its own, but the real hook is building and sharing custom levels. The editor is surprisingly deep yet approachable, letting ideas come to life without frustration. Browsing through community creations feels like an endless supply of fresh challenges. It's a game that encourages giving it lasting value that keeps drawing you back in.
Oh yeah! Whoa! Oh my God! Not so bad! Whoa! Be running
It's a planet of lush vegetation, vibrant alien.
Crashlands is a fun mix of crafting, survival, and humor that feels surprisingly smooth to play. The game drops you into a colorful alien world where gathering materials, building bases, and fighting strange creatures never gets old. The writing is witty without being overdone, and the freedom to experiment with crafting keeps things engaging. Combat is simple but satisfying, and the constant sense of progress makes it hard to put down. It strikes a great balance between relaxing exploration and light challenge, making it a game worth coming back to. The Mummy Demastered is a 2D non-linear adventure game set in the 16-bit period in which players must save mankind from the supernatural attack coordinated by Princess Amenet. Communication with headquarters has been disrupted, and gamers must explore tombs, woodlands, abandoned tunnels, and London streets to discover the fate of their comrades. Key features include magnificent retro-inspired visuals, a mix of shoot-'em-up action and exploration-based adventuring, a vast array of weaponry, and a goal to uncover and acquire 50 secret artifacts. Embracelet is a puzzle adventure game set in a Norwegian town where a little boy named Jesper discovers an old bracelet with intriguing abilities. He sets out on a journey to discover the bracelet's origins and the mystery identity of its previous owner. The game takes players on a journey across the beautiful landscapes of a northern Norwegian island, solving riddles with the bracelet's mysterious abilities. Along the journey, players build new acquaintances and make decisions that influence the story's ending. Ancient ambition and mythic defiance shape the path in Morkull Ascend to the Gods. A cunning deity in waiting seeks to reclaim power from celestial rivals across shifting realms. Side-scrolling combat rewards, precise timing, and thoughtful positioning over reckless aggression. Each region introduces layered platforming challenges and boss fights that demand adaptability. Unlockable powers and branching routes deepen replay potential. Bold hand-drawn visuals and a dramatic score enhance its epic tone. A confident action platformer built on momentum and rivalry. Quantum Replica sneaks through a neon-soaked cyberpunk world with confidence, relying on stealth and time manipulation to build tension. The retro-futuristic art direction and synth-heavy soundtrack set a strong mood, while gameplay keeps things grounded with smart level design and satisfying upgrades. Each area feels distinct, and sneaking past enemies or freezing time never gets old. There's just enough challenge to stay engaged without frustration. It's a solid stealth game with a sharp aesthetic and clever mechanics that reward patience and timing. Momodora Reverie Under the Moonlight stands out with its smooth combat, pixel-perfect visuals, and a soundtrack that pulls the player deeper into its melancholic world. The atmosphere feels rich with mystery, enhanced by subtle storytelling and rewarding exploration. Every area feels carefully designed, with secrets and challenges that encourage attention to detail. There's a real sense of momentum as the gameplay unfolds, supported by satisfying mechanics and memorable boss encounters that keep things consistently engaging. Freedom Planet 2 is an exhilarating platformer that truly captivates from the first level. Its vibrant art style and fluid animations bring the characters to life, while the fast-paced gameplay keeps adrenaline high. The soundtrack perfectly complements the action, making every moment feel epic. Boss battles offer a satisfying challenge without feeling unfair. The story has more depth than expected, adding emotional weight to the adventure. This sequel confidently raises the bar, offering hours of engaging, joyful play for fans of classic side-scrollers. Splasher is a sharp and energetic platformer that stands out for its fluid movement and clever mechanics. The use of colorful paint to stick, bounce, or slide across walls gives every stage a sense of variety and momentum. Levels are designed to be tight and challenging without feeling unfair, rewarding precision and quick thinking. The controls feel responsive, which makes retrying tough sections satisfying rather than frustrating. Its vibrant style matches the fast pace, and the short level structure makes it easy to jump in for quick runs. ScourgeBringer strikes with a sharp, restless energy, echoing the pulse of lost civilizations. Set in a shattered world, it follows Kyra, a fierce warrior driven to cut through chaos and uncover the truth behind the scourge. Combat moves fast and clean, rewarding bold movement, precise timing, and constant forward pressure. Beneath the surface sit evolving abilities, branching routes, and secrets that invite return runs. Pixel art clarity and a driving soundtrack sharpen every clash, making this a complete, satisfying run to the final silence calm. Gunborg Dark Matters is a stylish arcade-style action platformer with an addictive loop built on responsive controls and precise movement. The combination of twin-stick shooting and acrobatic combat keeps every encounter engaging, while the retro-inspired visuals and synthwave soundtrack create an energetic atmosphere. Difficulty is fair but rewarding, making each completed level feel like an achievement. For anyone seeking a challenging yet satisfying action game with plenty of replay appeal, this is an excellent choice worth diving into. Rising Hell unleashes a chaotic, adrenaline-fueled climb through the depths of the underworld, offering a thrilling blend of roguelite action and heavy metal aesthetics. Each run feels intense and rewarding, with responsive controls and fast-paced combat that keeps the heart racing. The pixel art is gritty and gorgeous, perfectly paired with a head-banging soundtrack that energizes every leap and slash. With multiple characters and unlockables, the replay value stays strong. This hellish ascent packs a punch and satisfies with relentless momentum. Dark folklore and quiet dread set the tone from the very first moment. Ritual of Raven follows a lone figure navigating a world steeped in ancient mystery, where every step carries emotional weight. The gameplay moves at a measured pace, balancing exploration with tension that demands careful thought over quick reflexes. Unlockable paths and scattered lore fragments reward thorough players who absorb the atmosphere fully. The hand-drawn visual style and melancholic score create something genuinely atmospheric. Understated storytelling executed with real confidence. Slime Rancher is a fascinating adventure set in the far, far range, where Beatrix LeBeau, a teenage rancher, sets out on a voyage to an exotic country full of slimes. The game includes a range of difficulties, such as growing crops and raising chickadoos to keep slimes nourished. The Secret Style Pack DLC adds more slime customizing possibilities. Beatrix must also complete daily requests from her other ranchers, which give additional prizes and strengthen community bonds. As she maintains her ranch, she saves money to upgrade her backpack, build more corrals, and grow her business. Highwater is a 3D adventure game set in a flooded post-apocalyptic environment. The game follows Nikos and his comrades as they travel across the flooded territory of Hightower, a safe haven between the war zone and Alphaville. As life on Earth becomes unsustainable, they embark on a perilous trek to Mars. The game includes a deep story-driven adventure, 3D exploration, turn-based combat, and original radio soundtracks. Players must travel the rivers, face danger, and gather supplies in order to escape to a new life. Dusk Diver is a stylish anime action game set in a vibrant Taipei-inspired world with flashy combat and a strong visual identity. The beat-em-up mechanics keep battles engaging, especially when switching between characters mid-fight. The city hub adds charm, filled with local flair and side content to explore. Character designs and voice acting match the high-energy tone, while the story keeps a steady pace. A good pick for those into anime aesthetics and combo-heavy action with light RPG elements sprinkled throughout. Stylized vengeance drives the relentless action of Gungrave G.O.R.E Ultimate Enhanced Edition. Grave, a stoic anti-hero resurrected for retribution, storms crime-ridden cities with twin pistols and overwhelming firepower. Combat emphasizes forward momentum, chaining shots, and special attacks to maintain rhythm. Boss battles demand steady focus and resource control. Upgrade systems expand offensive options, encouraging replay for refined performance. Bold anime-inspired visuals and a driving score amplify its intensity. A confident arcade shooter fueled by spectacle and precision. Harmony: The Fall of Reverie is a vibrant narrative journey where choices truly matter. The visual style feels dreamlike, paired with a lush soundtrack that complements every moment. Its branching story paths encourage replay, making each decision feel meaningful. Characters are distinct, and the pacing allows their arcs to breathe naturally. Dialogue is thoughtfully written, with themes that touch on identity, power, and connection. As a narrative-driven game, it sticks the landing with emotion and depth that lingers well after the final scene. Rival Megagun is a wild, genre-bending twist on classic shoot-'em-ups. Instead of just dodging bullets, you're sending them back with a vengeance. The versus-style gameplay is insanely fun, letting you transform into a massive boss to crush your opponent. The pixel art pops with personality, and the thumping soundtrack keeps the energy high. Each character feels distinct, with unique weapons and styles that encourage experimentation. Whether playing solo or with a friend, it's a chaotic, fast-paced ride that keeps you coming back for just one more match. Fables, the everlasting sapling, brings back the magic of classic RPGs with vibrant visuals, witty dialogue, and engaging turn-based combat. The trio of heroes Vi, Kabu, and Leifeach bring unique skills that make puzzle-solving and battles fun and strategic. The world is colorful, full of quirky characters and memorable moments. Humor is light but clever, and exploration is consistently rewarding. For fans of old-school Paper Mario, this game nails the vibe with heart and creativity throughout the entire adventure. Anomaly Agent is a stylish, fast-paced action platformer that exudes individuality. The gameplay is tight and responsive, with a fascinating combination of hand-to-hand battle and clever gadgets. Its pixel art graphics are colorful and clear, well-suited to the cyber-noir setting. The narrative is unusual and entertaining, with lots of charm and comedy throughout. Each level is well-crafted, keeping the energy flowing without becoming repetitive. It's a short but delightful journey that provides uninterrupted amusement with a particular flavor all its own. Foretales is a stunningly unique narrative-driven card game that resembles an interactive novel. With its hand-painted graphic style, complex storyline, and choice-based gameplay, each option has a significant influence on the story's progression. The strategic card-based gameplay keeps things interesting, combining adventure and puzzle-solving flawlessly. The voice acting and ambient soundtrack provide dimension, bringing the setting to life. It's a game that encourages several playthroughs to discover alternative outcomes. If you appreciate rich stories with a tactical bent, this is a hidden gem to discover.
No.
They Always Run is a stylish action platformer that hooks you right away with its mix of fluid combat and sharp level design. Playing as a three-armed bounty hunter feels unique, with the extra limb adding a fun twist to fights and exploration. The game balances quick action with light story elements that keep things moving without slowing you down. Its hand-drawn art gives every world personality, and the soundtrack fits perfectly with the pace. It's a game that rewards skill while still feeling approachable, making each run exciting. Childhood imagination meets tactical play in Captain Velvet Meteor, a heartfelt adventure shaped by manga fantasy. A quiet young boy escapes into heroic daydreams, guiding comic-inspired allies across compact grid battles. Encounters stay readable and thoughtful, rewarding careful placement, timing, and teamwork over haste. Unlockable skills, optional missions, and strong character synergy deepen each encounter. Bright panel-style visuals and lively music shape a warm, polished, memorable tale built for patient play. Enjoy an action-packed adventure in a lively setting including rogue-light features and a wide cast of characters. As the protagonist, you will go through stages, uncover a gripping tale, and strengthen your squad by collecting unusual companions. Each character has distinct abilities and difficulties, and you must persuade them to join your side. Explore a visually breathtaking universe filled with 2D characters and 3D landscapes while immersing yourself in a hilarious and lighthearted story set to an anime-inspired soundtrack. Make friends with a wide range of characters. Creaks unfolds like a living painting, with hand-drawn art that draws the eye and a moody soundtrack by hidden orchestra that builds tension in the quietest corners. The puzzles rely on clever logic and shadow manipulation, rewarding observation without being overwhelming. Each room feels thoughtfully arranged, creating a steady rhythm of discovery. What makes it memorable is the way it leans into atmosphere, eerie yet oddly comforting. A game where patience and curiosity open doors to something truly special. Machinarium is a clever point-and-click puzzle game with a distinct hand-drawn art style and a silent, robot-filled world that feels alive. Each puzzle is thoughtfully designed, rewarding patience and observation. The atmosphere is moody yet whimsical, supported by a memorable soundtrack that enhances the sense of solitude and discovery. With no dialogue, the game communicates everything through visuals and clever animations. It's a quiet, engaging journey that rewards curiosity and careful thinking every step of the way. The Last Campfire is an epic adventure that takes players on a quest to discover hidden riches, build unbreakable friendships with varied personalities, traverse the unknown, discover their full potential, embrace change and development, find meaning and purpose and triumph. The path entails delving into one's soul, making friendships and alliances, and confronting problems straight on. The path also entails accepting change and progress, enabling destiny's transforming power to shape one into the person they were always destined to.